Est-ce que quelqu'un vous a parlé de Theresa Martin?
Du meurtre, bien, quelques personnes. Je ne peux pas me rappeler.
Comment savez-vous qu'il s'agit d'un meurtre?
On ne sait pas si c'est vraiment un meurtre, mais ça peut être quelques personnes qui étaient à côté d'elle. Et ça peut arriver à quelque chose comme cela, le meurtre qui s'est produit.
Mais est-ce qu'on vous a parlé de la mort de Theresa Martin?
Oui,
Est-ce que ça fait longtemps qu'on vous a parlé de cela?
plusieurs mois.
Dans le courant de l'hiver ou à l'automne?
Avant l'hiver.
Avant l'hiver.
This is who killed Teresa.
Love rising from the mist, promise me this and only this, holy breath touching me like a wind song, sweet communion of a kiss. Sun sifting through the gray, enter in, reach me with a ray, silently swooping down, just to show me how to give my heart away. Once a crystal choir appeared while I was sleeping and called my name, and when they came down nearer, saying dying is done, then a new song was sung until somewhere we
Vous dites
breathe.
que tout le monde en parlait. De qui voulez-vous parler quand vous êtes tout le monde?
Bien,
Qui?
mes amis.
Vos amis?
Oui,
Vos amis de filles ou vos amis de garçons?
mes amis de filles.
Maintenant, est-ce que c'est plusieurs personnes différentes qui vous ont parlé de la mort de Theresa Martin? Ou simplement toujours la même personne?
Ce n'est pas ceux qui en savaient le plus. Ce n'est pas beaucoup, c'est une ou deux.
Vous dites que ce n'était pas ceux qui en savaient le plus.
Presidents
Pourquoi dites-vous
by
ça, là?
Monsieur
Ceux qui en savaient le
Laurin, Lapointe,
Je sais
Coroner.
que soit un gars,
Investigation
soit
held
une
at the
fille,
Coroner
mais
of
je sais
Montreal
que
office
le
on May
premier,
21st,
je me rappelle plus
1970.
qui c'est qui a-
Teresa Martin, age of 14, who lived at number 6380 Légère, apartment 10, Montreal North, who died the 13th of September 1969, following an incident occurring on the same day behind number 6715 Boulevard Henri Bourassa, Montreal North. The year 1970, the 21st of May, there appeared Johanne H. Having been duly sworn by the stenographer, disposes and says, "What is your name?" "Johanne H." "Your age?" 14 years old. "Your address?" 12280 Paul, Montreal North. "Your occupation?" "Student." Questioned by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. "Miss H, do you know Miss Theresa Martin?" "No, I didn't know her." "And you have never seen her, right?" "I don't know." "I have never seen her in a photograph, nothing." "Has anyone told you about Theresa Martin?" "Of the murder?" "Of course. A few people. I can't recall who told me." "How do you know it's a murder?" "We do not know if there really is a murder, but maybe. A few people who were close to her said it was something like a murder that happened." "But have you heard about Theresa Martin's death?" Yes. Has it been a long time since you've been told about this? Several months. During the winter or in the fall? Before winter. Before winter? Yes. Were there several people who spoke to you of the death of Theresa Martin? I can't remember. Everyone knew about it. But when you say that everyone knew, who are you talking about when you say everyone? All right. Who? My friends. Your friends? Yes. Your friends who are girls or your friends who are boys? My girlfriends. Now, has it been several different people who have told you about Theresa Martin's death, or just always the same person? It is not those who knew most. It is not much, one or two. You say that it is not the ones who knew the most. Why do you say that those who knew the most? I know that it's either a guy or a girl, but I don't know. I don't remember the person who knows who killed. I can't remember the person. Is this a boy or a woman, this person? I don't remember it. I heard enough about it, and then at one point someone said he knew, but he didn't tell me who. Someone who knew. A man or a woman? I can't remember. Interrogated by the coroner. Is she a classmate? No. Interrogated by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Were these people you had the opportunity to meet very often? I can't remember it at all. Make an effort. Think about it. Interrogated again by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Miss H, when we spoke to you, did you hear about the murder of Theresa Martin? Yes. You yourself must have thoughts about Theresa Martin's murder. I know it's guys from Merck. What makes you think of the guys from La Merck? The person who told me. Is this a person who is part of La Merck? No. So how do you know it is part of La Merck? Who is this person who is not part of La Merck? Well, it's because I don't remember well. Well, I don't think so. Well, listen, I'm asking you a question. You answered, no, this person is not part of La Merck. If you say that it's because you remember, it is a little bit that it is not part of La Merck, you see? A little, maybe. Maybe I know something. Who saw them? I don't know. I don't. I'm not remembering. A man, a woman. I think everybody was talking about it. Who? My friends? Who are your friends? There is someone who said something. I was on my own with them, but I can't remember. It's been a long time. Who are your friends? A few girls. What are their names? Well, they don't know more about this than I do. No, but I'm asking you for the names of your friends. At that time, in September, the fall of 1969, at the start of school, what were the names of your girlfriends? Danielle, Manon. Danielle who? Danielle X. Where does she live? I don't know exactly. Does she live in your neighborhood? Yes. Is she going to school with you? Yes, she doesn't know more. She's younger than me. Yes, I understand, but leave that. I'll ask you the question, and then you will answer me, okay? Yes. Danielle X. You tell me that she lives in your area. Yes. Does she go to school with you? Yes. And at that time, the month of September, October, November, in the fall, what school did you go to? I went to Edouard Montpetit. Then I transferred to Henri Bourassa School. The month of September, October, November 1969, what school were you at? Edouard Montpetit or the other one? Both. In October, I was at the first one. And Danielle X, she was in the same class as you? No. Is she the same age as you? No. The same age, but different class. Do you remember if she was at Edouard Montpetit? No. And where is this school located? On Maurice Duplessis. On Rue Maurice Duplessis? Oui. How far is it from where you live? 5 minutes. Now, do you have other girlfriends besides Danielle X? Well, we were in a group. No, but the others that you remember this past fall, that you often saw. Manon Y? Sorry, Manon Y. Is she English or French? A French girl. And where did she live, Manon Y? I don't know. Did she also live in the same neighborhood? Now, was she in school with you, Manon Y? Yes. At the school on Rue Maurice Duplessis? Yes. Now, do you often see her, Manon Y? I don't see her, but only at school. Now, do you know if Danielle X had a brother? No, she didn't. Manon, I don't know. Were Manon Y and Danielle X ever friends with boys? Well, we were all hanging out with boys. With which boys? The guys from Muck. Did you know any of the Muck guys by name? A few? There were others who did not go to Muck, guys from Montreal North. So you tell me a few. Who did you know? There are many. Are you able to name them to me, those that you knew? Start by their first name, by their last name if you knew, or by their nickname. Do young people sometimes give others nicknames? Yes. So do you want to tell us the names of the guys that you knew? It's not really bad to say. We will take our time if you need it. Interrogated by the coroner. The ones you hung out with at that time. Questioned by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. The ones you saw most often in September, who were they? Well, okay, I can tell you. Is it the boys who are suspected for the murder? The ones you know. No one doubts the boys you went to last September, as you say, the guys from La Muck. Name them. Fine. I don't know any more. Name us 3, 4, and if you remember others, will you tell us? There are ones who are inside. Do I name them? Interrogated by the coroner. What does that mean? In prison. Interrogated by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. It means nothing. Name them. Questioned by the coroner. Who are those in prison? Mars. Mars? Yes, Marcel Servin. Where does he live? Around Henri Bourassa. Next. There's Zipper. Zipper? Yes. What is his name? I'm not sure. Jeannot? Jeannot, is he... He got arrested for... Jeannot who? Jeannot Albert, his real name. Albert is his family name? Yes. He was arrested when? 3 weeks ago, because he had hash on him. Interrogated by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Are there any more? Borosco. What's his name? Borosco. I don't know. Raymond, I think. Is he in the same neighborhood? Does he still live in the same area? I don't know. And then? Scorpion? Gazot? Gazot is between life and death. Do you know their last names? Scorpion, for example? No. Where does he live? In my area. I don't know exactly. Does he go to school, Scorpion? No. He doesn't have to go to school. Do you see him often, Scorpion? Sometimes. When was the last time you saw him? Approximately. 1 month? 2 months ago? Sometimes we see him on the street, like that. And you, the last time you saw him? You spoke to him? About 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks? Yes. There would be... Should I name some other names as well? People maybe I was hearing about? Yes. Shifter. Do you know his last name? No, only that... I don't know him at all, Shifter. He knows Paul-Émile Simard. Paul-Émile Simard? Yes. Was he part of La Meurthe? No, but there was another, an L rebel. A part of that was Jean-Guy. Mick. They are brothers. I don't know his real name. He speaks French, Mick? Yes. Where does Mick live? They're all in the same place. Is he part of La Meurthe, him? No. And the other you named? Jean-Guy. Do you know his last name? Jean-Guy? There are 2 brothers. Jean-Guy is the brother of Mick. Are there others? There are others who are no longer in the gangs at this time. I asked you, Johanne, about the months of September. The guys you saw in La Meurthe, even the ones you don't see anymore today, the ones you saw often in September, in October, the boys and the girls you meet often. With who did you talk to? You remember? There was Vaillancourt. Vaillancourt. Is that a boy or a girl? A boy. His first name? Richard. Was he part of La Meurthe? No. He was with the Devil's Disciples. Where did Richard Vaillancourt live? I don't know. Did you see him often? Yes, but there are others like him who are young. Who are the others? There are others, but I can't recall. I would have to think about it. With the girls, in your friends, you named Danielle X. Manon Y. Are there any other girlfriends you saw in September? There was Danielle. No, Johanne Z. Not her. No, like this. You have 2 girlfriends and girls that you remember. Manon Y and Danielle X. Yes. Did you have a lot of boyfriends? Now, it's not a reproach that. I make that to you, but Did you go out with boys or did you go out with girls? Well, I was going with a boy only. What's his name? Richard. Richard? Yes. Richard who? Richard. Richard is his first or last name? His first name. Have you often gone out with him, Richard? Sometimes. What was his last name called? I do not know. Where did he live? In my area. Do you remember the street? Sulk. Interrogated by the coroner. You don't remember his name, but you went out with him? It was an English word. Interrogated by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Did he have a nickname? Pepilo. Did you know him as Pep? Yes. And his family name, was it French or was it English? I think it was English. If I say the name Richard Sears, does that mean something to you? Yes, it's that. Were there other boys you went out with at that time, apart from Richard Sears? Well, it wasn't... I could name you others that I remember. Pallardy. Pallardy. Yes. His first name, Yves. Where did he live? I don't know. He was staying in your end? I do not know. Now, these boys you name, were they students with you at the same school? No. Now, where did you meet them when you saw them? Like Richard, for example. In which place? Richard? Yes. At that time, I was in the park, or I'd go to their place. So you know where they stay, if you went to them. On Sulk Street? Now, were you going to a restaurant? Did you go to a restaurant or a dining room? Me? I did not go myself. I saw them, but it was mostly with Richard. So when you say you went with Richard, where did you go? When I was with Richard, I went to Les Variétés. What is that? Variétés? Variétés is a small restaurant. Is this restaurant located where? On Rue Charleroi and Lamoureux. Racette. Now, did you go often to the restaurant, Variétés? Yes, quite often. And did you often meet guys from La Meurque over there at the restaurant? They were mostly the youngest. I ask you about the guys from La Meurque, and you answer me they were the youngest? Yes. Younger than what? The guys from La Meurque, who often go to the Meurque, who often stay there. They are the youngest. They don't have bikes. They have to stay there. Now, you should have told us about that. When I ask you if you knew, that is to say, to name me the names of the boys, you said, I'm not sure. Do you remember? You said that earlier. Do you have some doubts, you? It would be more those who are in La Meurque, not the youngest ones. Do you have any doubts that it would be the guys in La Meurque? I don't doubt those who I've named. Who do you doubt? Well, I don't know. Theresa Martin, it should be that you have to help me out a bit. Who was she hanging out with? From Monsieur Roch Heroux. Well, I don't know. Theresa Martin, it would be that you have to help me out a bit. Who was she hanging out with? I don't know. That's it. No one knows. The girls don't doubt it. You told us earlier that you had doubts. Yes. Is that what you said? Yes. So tell us that here. You doubt what? Just what you doubt. Why you doubt. If you doubt, who do you doubt? The guys from the Merc. What do you mean by that? Someone told me. I don't remember more of him. Someone said it? Yes. And who is this someone? I don't remember that. And when did this person tell you that? A little later, maybe 2 weeks after the murder. And what did they say to you? Do you remember what they tell you? That it was the guys from the Merc. To be careful and then to not name the names. To not say the names. What do you mean, not name the names? I don't know. I don't remember. Now you say not to say the names. Who do you think that it... Who said that? Was it a man? He or she? I don't remember if he or she is a girl, a guy. Now, you have told the others about it? Well, I told Danielle X to be careful. Did you talk to Danielle X about this? I told her to be careful. Why tell them to be careful? That's because when we dated these guys, what guys? The Merc guys, before. I went there, I think, once or twice, and then summer passes, we start going to Parc Saint-Laurin. But when you told Danielle X to be careful, did you have reasons? It is because there was a person who told me that. I also had doubts about the guys from La Merc. But why did you doubt the guys from La Merc? It wouldn't surprise me. Why? They often came after others. Why did they come after others? They often threatened. Yes. Who? The girls. What girls? Certain girls. Yeah. When you say that they often threatened, are there any who have made threats in front of you? Yes. Who threatened you? Well, it wasn't La Merc guys. No, but who? Le Flot. Le Flot? Yes. Did he make threats? Not to me, but the other girls who were there. Me? It's because I made arrangements. And you were there? Yes. You say you did houseworks, arrangements. Did you hear Flo threatening other girls? Yes. Chopper. Let's stay with Flo. Flo is that a first name? No, I don't know his real name. Is it a last name? Yes. Do you know his family name? No. Now, coming back to Flo, what threats did he make, this Flo? They splash. Business like that. They splash? Yes. What do you mean by splash? He rapes you. Stuff like that. Flo did that. Yes. Who was he forcing to do this? With Chopper. Then he's okay after. No, but that means nothing to Chopper? Yes. He forced who? Some girls? Which girls? Manon A, Danielle. Now, where do Manon A live? Did she live in your area? On Castile? She's a student? Yes. She's the one harassed by Flo. It's not just Flo, it's all the guys. Flo is there, and Chopper is there too. He's one of the other guys. Chopper. Yes. Do you know him by another name other than Chopper? No. Now, I come back to this question. Excuse me if I come back to this question. You say that you have doubts about La Merc. There are guys from Merc in particular that you doubt. No, not necessarily. How much do you doubt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There are many who tend to do this. But what tells you that they tend to do this? Well, they're not good. Ben smart. They're brutal. How do you know they're bad, ben smart? By how they act. Questioned by the coroner. Have they ever made any requests to you? Yes. To have relations with you? Yes. Have they already done it? Yes.
Non.
Maintenant, pour revenir à Flo. Quelle menace faisait-il, Flo?
Des splashs, des affaires comme ça.
Des splashs?
Oui.
Qu'est-ce que tu entends par splash?
Il la force pour fourrer. Des affaires comme ça.
C'est Flo, ça?
Oui.
Qui est-ce qu'il forçait à faire ça?
Chopper. Ça, c'est bien après.
Non, mais ça fait rien, ça. Chopper?
Oui.
Il forçait qui? Quelle fille?
Quelle fille?
Oui, tu dis que Flo faisait des splashs?
Encore, Paul Emile, yes. Paul Emile who? Paul Emile Samard. He's no longer here. He's in Vancouver.
Elle est étudiante?
Are there others? There are many who are starting to talk, but those who made advances to you, who asked to sleep with you, who came back often, you say they were making these splashes. Rocky, yes. It's a first name? Yes. And what is his last name? I don't know. Questioned by the coroner. Have you been threatened personally? I can't remember. They often say, if you don't do it, you're gonna get it. Do you still hang out with these people? No, not anymore. Questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Now, is there anyone or others from these people who made threats against Theresa Martin? No, it's pretty dead. No one's talking. No, but at that time, I'm not talking about today, but at that time, autumn passes to the months of September or in October. No, nobody. Are there any of these people who have talked of Theresa Martin? Everyone was talking about it. It's murder, a girl. Yes, okay, but I'm asking you if the people you named, if they mentioned Theresa Martin. Simard, Vaillancourt? No. Rocky? No. Choppy? No. Now, before Theresa Martin's death, were there those who would have told you about Theresa Martin, your girlfriends? No. No one knew her. But look at no one was talking about that. But if you allow me, here it is, here. You say that no one knew her, and then after, when she died, you did talk about it. Yes. That there is someone, you don't remember who tells you about Theresa Martin. Yes. But you don't know Theresa Martin. That's right. But, and I'm not going to talk about someone I don't know who is dead, someone who is dead that I don't know, I don't speak of. Well, this is precisely what to suspect about the Merck guys. So there is more to doubt about the guys from Merck. Just that. So that's what I'm asking you. Who you say you have doubts about the guys, La Merck. Tell us about that. It's because the person who told me that, say, and then the boys, they often react to that. No, but you, personally. It's that. It's because the boys are often the same. They don't give a damn about the girl. Fuck her. It's always the same. How it was with other people, and then this person tells me, Questioned by the coroner. What we want to know is this. How come you discuss the case of Theresa Martin and yet you do not know her? So how come you discussed it among yourselves? Well, she didn't live around us. Did she live on the same street as you? All right, well, close, 5 minutes on foot. Did you know where she lived? No, I don't know. She was staying on Boulevard Léger. I'm Léger in Lapointe. Questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Miss, have you ever been to the Merc place? Yes. Have you ever seen parties or small ceremonies taking place at La Merc? Well, the evening I was there were quite a few people, but I was only with Richard. I know motorcyclists sometimes when they get a new member do initiations. You know what I mean? The boys? Yes, the boys with the girls. Yes. And you have assisted in these initiations? No. Or a birthday? No, never. A birthday? I did a long time. A party? A party, well, it was a girl who had tried to organize this. There were several boys who were there. Did this take place at La Merc? Some. Well, Elaine M. And what were they doing there? Well, we were listening to music. Now, did they have a habit of making signs so that, say, the people of La Merc would recognize each other? Signs on the bodies, on the breast, on the forehead, or tattoos. Well, they put on tattoos of gangs. Where? On their hands? On the arms. Have you seen it done? No, never. How do you know that? Well, I've seen them. When they have a short sleeve shirt, we see that. But you, personally, you've never seen that? No. Are there others who have told you about this? No, but there are some who like to carry knives. Knives? Yes. What do they do with these knives? Well, special things. They like to cut others. Questioned by the coroner. Among those whom you named earlier, are there any others who carry knives, switchblades? Sometimes they have them, but questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Have you ever seen the types with tattoos in the skin? In the skin, you know what I mean? For life? Yes. Yes? Who is that? Do you remember someone who wore these tattoos? Well, there are many. I can't remember. I don't pay attention to that. In the skin. I never paid attention to that. Written with a knife. That's it. They often do it with knives. Like graffiti. Yes. Did you know any guys who use their knives like that and put these things on their skin? That... Well, I know it's very important for you, but for me it's not important at the time. I can't remember it, so I'm asking. It's not the question that matters. How do you know it's important to me? C'est parce que c'était Marc. I love you French. Who said that? Well, there was Mr. So-and-so who told me, but I knew it before. How did you know? It was in the newspaper. I don't know. Me? How did you know? I don't know if I saw this in the day or I heard about it from anyone. Who would have talked about this? Yeah, it's a long time. I can't remember. Now you don't know. You never saw Theresa Martin. No. Are you sure of that? Yeah, unless you got a picture of her, I could look at her and see if I could have met her, because I didn't even know what she looked like. Did you know how old she was? 13, 14? How do you know that? The world knows that. My parents, no matter who. Questioned by the coroner. Do you know this Regina School on the edge of Rivière des Prairies? No, I don't know it. Papineau est sauvé. No. Questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Now, when you went to the party or the birthday, as you said, with Aline M., do you remember who was there? You were there with Richard? Yes. Did you see people who were there? Or what people do you remember and who were at the party with the names you have named? There are others that would have seen. I can't say their name. Do you want to take a look at photographs and tell me? Yes, I know him a lot. Who is this? Marcel Servin. Did you see him often? Yes. He was at the party. He was at the apartment afterwards. Which apartment? Well, here, the apartment is gone. It was Sylvie's apartment. Where was it? On Rue Charleroi. A house apartment, was that? Yes. At that time, in the month of September, 1969? Yes. At the time that Theresa Martin died? Yes. Okay, so the guy there, you said his name was called Michel Servin. Michel Servin. Michel Servin, yes. And him? I cannot say, but I see him often on the street. I've seen him often on the street. Which street? I see him on a bicycle often. Have you ever seen him at a Merc party? Him? No. Well, maybe. Have you ever spoken to him? No. So did you see him maybe at the Merc parties? Yes, maybe. What party? Well, when he was with the other guys in the apartment, something like that. At which apartment? Sylvie. There was a number of apartments. Who lived there in those apartments? I don't know. Have you ever entered these apartments? Yes. With who? Richard. Now, look at the others. One by one, and the ones you recognize, you put aside. Who is that? Norm. Norm? Oui, Normand. Normand who? I don't know. Do you still see him? No. Did you see him at the time? I saw them all at the same time. And this one? This one too. They were standing together? Who? Marcel Servin. And this is Norm? Yes, Norm, Normand. And this here is Crazy Horse. Do you see him, Crazy Horse? No, he's in prison. In the month of September, was he in? I don't know. I think he got let out afterwards. How do you know, for example, that Crazy Horse, that he was in? How do you know that? Once I was there and it was bad. In the pool room, Marcel Servin got on board, Genot, him, and then the other guys, they got on board. You mentioned before Zipper? Zipper was there with the others. But he didn't rape me. He did nothing. And now these others. Him, I don't know, maybe. I've seen him, but no big deal. He either did or he didn't. I don't remember. This one had an accident not so long ago. Who told you about the accident? I heard about it in school. From who? The girls? No. From Chopper. What is his name? Coco Langevin. He had an accident? Yes. Chopper told you that? Yes. Him. I know him by sight. He hangs out with Crazy Horse and Zipper. Him, I don't know him. Him. It's still the same. Him, maybe I saw him. Him. Maybe I fucked him. Gaëtan Renault. I don't know if it's Renault. Gaëtan, in any case, it's not him with Norm. Do you often see this one? Gaëtan. No, not often. On the street, when I go to Verités, I see him often, but I can't say. I don't know. If it's Théon, the thing with the dagger, he received the blows with the daggers. Who told you he had received... When I went to the Verités, you would hear about it. He had marks. What marks? Marks of a knife. Where? I think it's on the hand, on the back. And who had done this to him? I no longer remember. I know it, but I no longer remember. How do you know it? I heard the names of them who had done this, but I can't remember. Is it one of those you knew? That you named? Maybe. Is this a guy from La Meurque? I can't guarantee that. They're gang guys. What guys? Gang guys. Club guys. Bike guys? Yeah. This one, I also know. He's at La Meurque. I don't remember his name. Him I know, but I don't know his name. He doesn't mean much to me either. Him I know. No. Did you tell me you went to a party twice? Not a party, an assembly at La Meurque. Yes. A party or a group? Yes. Can you name me who was there? You were there, and Richard Vaillancourt. Not Richard Vaillancourt, Richard Sears. Now, the 2 times you've been there. Once, I think. One time I was just at the place, and then another time I was at the little cabane. Now, the time you went to the house, was that the time that you were accompanied by Richard Sears? Yes. So can you name some people who were there that you remember, that you met this time? It was with Zipper, with Mars, and there were others, but I can't remember. I didn't stay. Borosco was there, then the others. I can't remember it because I entered from the back. Now, has it been a long time since this time that you entered the cabane there? In the month of July, September? July to September. July to September, something like that? Do you remember if it's July or if it's September? I think it's the month of September. At the beginning of the month of September? I can't recall. Do your classes start when you went there with Sears, Richard Sears? Had you started going to school? Maybe, or maybe I haven't started either. Before or after? Yes, just a little before. So around the beginning of September. Yes, between September 1st and September 15th, it would be possible? Yes, it would be possible. And then did you stay up there for a long time? Up? In La Meurque hut. No, an hour and a half. We were chatting. You remember the exact time? An hour and a half? That's what I say. Well, look. Isn't it about saying the same things? Well, listen, I had gone to in a truck with Mars. Who owned this truck? I don't know. An old truck or a new truck? A little truck. New or old? I can't remember. I think it was pretty old. Were there other guys that you knew who owned cars, des chars, des tacos, in this group? Heaps? Really old cars? A beater? No. Was there any borrowing of cars from time to time? No. I don't remember. I don't think. It was more bikes. Were there guys you knew who knew how to drive cars? Who you saw drive cars? I think most of them know how to drive a car. But this time you left to go to a Meurque party in a truck that was owned by... I don't know him. He was with his girlfriend. Who was driving? I don't know. I don't even remember. Were you sitting in the truck? There was a seat and it was like iron stuff, a big platform. I sat there, and you went up to a party there. It wasn't a party, an assembly there. It wasn't to go to see others. I was just hanging out there with Richard Sears. And when did you leave? Around 10:30, 10:45? Do you remember the time? Yes, because I had to be home at 11. For me, Johanne, I got heartburn. I don't understand you don't remember the names of the people who we are talking about with Theresa Martin. You are often in the clear. You remember people you meet in September 1969. Then the people who talked to you about the death of Theresa Martin, you don't remember. No. How do you explain this? I don't remember. The hour is easy because I had to be in by 11, and it was always this way. Questioned by the coroner. Did you hear about it long after the murder or immediately after? 1 week, 2 weeks. Not the next day. No. 2 days later? No. Questioned by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Do you remember that it's a week? Well, I know I had gone to my friend Francine. I heard that she had read this in the newspaper. Francine who? Francine G? She told me there was a girl that was dead. Did she know her, Francine G? No, she did not get along with others. I asked if she knew her. No. So she was talking about someone she didn't know who had died. She had seen it in the newspaper because it was close, it was everywhere, and that scared her. That's all. Did that scare her? Yes, she was scared to be in the street at night. Scared of what? Of anyone, of anything. Questioned by the coroner. Did she frequent the Merc guys? No. Interrogated by Monsieur Heroux. You. When you learned of the death of Theresa Martin, you continued to frequent the guys from La Merc? Well, I did a penitence. It was after 90 days. And after your penitence, did you start again? Yes. You weren't afraid of that? I have no fear. You told us that you doubted the Merc guys. You weren't afraid? Well, no. How old are you? 14. Theresa Martin, how old was she? 13, 14. She was your age. I saw it in the paper. She was your age. Yes. And that didn't scare you, that? Yes, but I don't go far, me. But how did you know that? Theresa Martin, you did not know. You told me that. You can't tell us you don't go far, yes or no. You didn't know her. Me, I don't know nothing about that. It's not my business. Questioned by the coroner. Richard Sears, did he have a party at La Marque? Yes, but it was pretty quiet. Did he have a party at La Marque? Yes. Was it at the time in September? Yes. Was it not through him that you learned this? No, because after he went to Florida. He went to Florida after that. Yes, that's right. I had not seen him again after that. And then I was standing with the Hell's Rebels. It's not him who told me that. I had not seen him for a long time. So don't you remember who told you about that? No. It is rather an important thing, it seems to me. It seems to me that when you hear about a murder, we notice the person who tells us about it. It's not a casual thing, that. I don't remember. You're sure of that? Yes. You know you're under summation. Do you know what an oath is? Yes. You know what it is? Yes. So what is it? This is something we have to tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, what can happen? I don't know. Well, it could happen that one is accused of perjury. Perjury is a criminal offense. I do not say that to frighten you. But in the end, the oath, obviously we do not play with that. We must say the truth that we have sworn. Yes. Question by Monsieur Heroux. Johanne, have you had any threats? Threats? Yes, you personally, regarding the case of Theresa Martin. Yes. Did a person tell you, if you talk, we're going to do such and such to you? No, not like that. Rather a threat, maybe small threats by someone. So first of all, who made these little threats? Some guys that I have named, but not Marcel. Who, for example, like Chopper? He made threats. No, I don't really mean threats, so no, but what did Chopper tell you? It's not Chopper in particular, it's like them. They talk to each other like, if you should do this, I'm going to tell your mother. Stuff like that. No. But listen to me. Only for Theresa Martin. The case of Theresa Martin. Someone has made threats about Theresa Martin's case. I don't understand what you mean. There is one who made a threat. Mick Cosette. What did he say? It was at the end of autumn. I went to the Hell's Rebel party. No, not a party, but a small cabane there, local. And then before he left, he said to me, if you don't come back, you're gonna get fucked. I did not pay attention to his words. But what about Theresa Martin? What do you mean? Concerning Theresa Martin, concerning the murder of Theresa Martin, the death of Theresa Martin, did someone make threats, try to make you fear? No, sometimes I don't want to talk to the guys about it, and to who? I don't remember, but I know I had none of it since the murder of Theresa Martin, and the guys dare not say anything. Have they ever told you not to talk about this? No, they weren't answering. They weren't saying a word. Why were you telling the guys about it? To see. To see what? To see their expressions, if they know anything. Were you interested in knowing their expressions? Not interested, but it was like I said, I'm going to talk about it. To see. Question by the coroner. Do you have someone you know who might have killed Theresa Martin? I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Maybe? So, when you have said that, did you have a name in your head? No. Then why say that? What, a name? Have you a name? The name of someone when you said you might know who killed Theresa Martin. I don't remember. Do you remember if you had a name in your head at the time? Maybe I had one. You would still have it today. Isn't that something we don't easily forget? No, I don't think so, no. I do not want to force more words than I have ever thought of. What did you mean to talk about if you said, I know that guy that killed Theresa Martin? You wouldn't want to talk about another person. I had spoken to someone about the murder to tell them to be careful. Who was that? To Danielle X. You told her to be careful. Did you tell them to be careful? Yes. Why be careful? Pay attention. Pay attention to who? Why? Maybe not necessarily to be careful because they'll kill someone else, but to be careful. Of who? The guys in the gang. Which gang? It isn't all the guys who are like that, but a few. Question by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Have you mentioned this matter to your mother? Is it your mother who's there with you? Yes. Did you talk about Theresa Martin to your mother? No. I've never mentioned it, except today. Do you have anything to tell us about Theresa Martin's death? Apart from the questions I have already asked you? Absolutely nothing. You don't have a name in your head? Anything? No. And the testimony of the witness ends. I, the undersigned, official stenographer sworn in, certify that the preceding pages contain a faithful transcription of the deposition of the term above mentioned, taken by me, all according to the law, and I have signed. André Gauthier, official stenographer.
Et qu'est-ce qu'on faisait là?
Rien, on écoutait la musique.
Maintenant, est-ce qu'il y avait l'habitude de faire des signes pour que, disons, les gens de la MUC se reconnaissent entre eux autres? Des signes sur le corps, sur les mains, sur le front ou des tatouages?
Bien, ils mettaient des tatouages, les tatouages des gangs.
Où ça? Sur les mains?
Sur les bras.
As-tu vu faire ça?
Non, jamais.
Comment sais-tu ça?
Bien, je vois ça. Quand ils ont une petite blouse, on voit ça.
Precedence by Monsieur Laurin Lapointe, Coroner. Investigation held at the Coroner of Montreal's office on May 21st, 1970. Theresa Martin, age of 14, who lives at number 6380 Legere, apartment 10, Montreal North, who died the 13th of September, 1969, following an incident occurring on the same day behind number 6715 Boulevard Henri Bourassa, Montreal North. Having appeared, Huguette D. After having been duly sworn by the stenographer, puts down and says, What is your name? Huguette D. Your age? 16 years old. Your address? 4220 Delormier. Your occupation? I go to school. Question by Monsieur Roch, Heroux. Do you know Johanne H? Yes. Since when? 6 months, could be. From today? How do you mean from today? Well, look, April, March, February, January, December, oui. Approximately when would you have known her? I do not know. In the fall? About then. Now, do you know Theresa Martin? No. Does the name Theresa Martin ring a bell? No. I didn't know her. Do you know what happened to her? Just that she was killed. That she was killed, yes. Has anyone told you about Theresa Martin? So, Giselle, Johanne? And when? During the winter? Did she talk to you for a long time? No, just once. Just once? Yes. Why did she talk to you about this? I do not know. You didn't know her, Theresa Martin? No. So she is a girl you don't know? Yes. And what did she tell you? That she had been killed. You know anything else? No. She just told me that. Is this how you learned that Theresa Martin was killed? No. I already knew it. It was in the newspapers. So when Johanne told you about it, it wasn't anything new for you? No. What did you learn from her? Nothing. I already knew. Why did you talk? I don't know. Maybe she asked me about it. Did you ask questions? No, I didn't know. And what did you say when Johanne talked to you about Theresa Martin? Not much. You remember what you said? A little, yes. Okay, what? I said to her, how did she know she was dead? And she said to me, I don't know. Was it a question of boys? No, I don't know. No. Pardon? No. You. Have you talked to other people about Theresa Martin? No. And have you talked to your mother? No. Questioned by the coroner. Do you frequent the same groups, Johanne H. and yourself? No. You don't go? No. How do you know each other? School. How? We're in the same biology class. Did you attend the same school last year in 69? Yes, 69, 70, we attended the same school. Same class? Yes, we had the same courses. So in September 1969 you started at the same school? Yes. And you don't go with the same groups? No. The same boys? No. No. Apart from meeting you at school, do you meet elsewhere? No. Well, 2-3 times she came to our house. You go to her house? I don't know where she lives. Questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Do you know if Johanne has a boyfriend? I don't know. She never told me. Have you ever seen her with boys? Several, yes. Did she have a favorite? It seemed to me not. Which boys do you know them? The whole gang. What gang? Those who were there. Who's there? In front of Varietés they were standing. Who was that standing there? The gang standing there. Can you name some names? Well, Chopper, Timeux. Do you know Richard Sears? What's his first name? Richard. Sears? Yes. Papillot? Yes. Was he friends with Johanne H? He was friends with everyone. Do you ever date sometimes with Johanne H? No. Have you ever spoken to him? To Papillot? Yes. Have you ever spoken to Papillot? Yes. Questioned by the coroner. Do you know what muck is? No. I just heard about it. By who? By Johanne. Questioned by Monsieur Roch Heroux. According to you, does Johanne know about muck? Maybe yes, maybe no. Why are you saying that maybe yes, maybe no, if she talks to you about it? Well, that's why I'm saying this. Did she have a habit of talking about things? No, only school. Have you ever met outside of school? Maybe 2-3 times on the street. Now, is that when you were at Varietés? Did the guys who were there have cars? No, by bike. By bicycle? Yes. Did you know in that group someone who has an old car? Un vieux char? No, I don't think so. Have you ever seen one of this group with an old car? Maybe Paul Emile, but I think they don't get along with him. Maybe Paul Emile, yes. Did he have a car? Yes, a convertible. Do you know the brand? No. Paul Emile, who is that? Simard. In October, November, when he went to Les Variétés, did he have his vehicle? Well, I don't know. I don't know if he ever had been there at the Variétés. Where does he stay? I don't know. I know he's married, that's all. Who told you that? The girls said so. What girls? Lucy G, the girls who knew him? Where does she live, Lucy G? I don't know. In the same neighborhood? In my old neighborhood, yes. And what is your old neighborhood? Montreal North. Did Lucy G go to the Variétés? No, it was rare. Does the Variétés still exist? Yes. And what is it? What establishment is it? It's a store, like French fries. Question by the coroner. Located on what street? On Lamoureux, near Charleroi. Did you know the Merck members who had motorcycles? No. You would have met at Variétés. No, I don't even know them. I have never seen them. Did you meet Johanne H at Variétés? I saw her once. Was she alone? She was with other girls. Other boys? I do not know. Did you have a meeting with her at Les Variétés? No. Did you discuss Theresa Martin's case with your mother? No. Question by Monsieur Roch Heroux. Now, Johanne, what did she tell you about Theresa Martin? She told me there was a girl who was dead. I said, yes, Theresa Martin. She said, yes, she was killed. It was the Merck gang who do that. And you? You didn't ask her how she came to know that? No, I didn't want to know. That's what I said. Question by the coroner. Did you tell us you didn't know her, Theresa Martin? No, I have never heard of her. Do you already attend the Merck Club? No, I'm not in a gang. Sorry, I didn't hang out with them. Do you know they had a house, a shed, if you like, where they met? No. Didn't you meet them, the guys at Variétés? I don't even know La Merck, but you named a couple of them for us. But that's not at La Merck. And the testimony of the witness ends. I, the undersigned official stenographer, sworn in, certify that the preceding pages contain a faithful transcription of the deposition of the term above mentioned, taken by me, all according to the law, and I have signed. André Gauthier, official stenographer.
Hear the sad lover's dying cry, shimmering memory. Come and hold me while you show me how to fly. Sifting through the gray, entering, reach me with a ray, silently swooping down, just to show me sparkling holes, come fill my dreams, descend